Well, Pennsylvania follows the United rules. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown. Only the ref can stop the fight. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. In case of an accidental foul or a headbutt, if this one does not go 4 rounds, it's decided as a no contest. If it goes 4 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards and a technical decision. This is round 1. Sammy Vasquez in the black trunks. Lopez in the gold trunks, the black trim. Lopez making his U.S. debut. Vasquez is undefeated. Starts off with a left to the body, followed up with a right hook.
Vasquez with the body language on the outside, a bit more technical. Looking to feel his way out. He's using that right hand to probe.
Yeah, there was a short uppercut. That one kind of backed Lopez up.
Yeah, but he's looking to use that left uppercut to the body, which is a nice little weapon for a southpaw to use against a right-hander. We saw Vasily Girov used to use that a lot back in the day. Was a cruiserweight world champion in the early 2000s. He was also a southpaw.
Stiff jab by Vasquez.
Just thinking about Vasquez, a lot of times southpaws will only probe.
And a left hand.
Nice straight left hand.
He's got power in both hands too, folks.
Yeah, and he's not shy about throwing the power. He'll establish it. He'll set it up behind that jab, behind that right hand. But at the same time, you know, when it's there, he's not shy about letting his hands go. Nice transition from defense to offense right there as Vasquez stepped back on the attack of Lopez and then met him with punches.
You hear the crowd chanting, Sammy. Again, he grew up just 15 minutes from here in Monessen.
Nice little variation from Vasquez. He's able to lead with his jab, but also lead with the left hand. Little steps to the left or the right at times, and again, you have just enough variation to keep a guy guessing.
There's another stiff jab by Vasquez.
Lopez's face reddening a little bit from the jabs and straight left hands of Vasquez.
Lopez comes out of Mexico, Torreon.
You see the body language of Lopez. He wants to fight so bad. You can see the look on his face and also the tightness in his body. He wants to trade. He wants to throw that power, but Vasquez doing a good job of keeping him off balance. Little touches mixed with sharp punches. And there's a nice sharp left hand.
Yes, 30 seconds here in the first round. Lopez been in with some big fighters. Humberto Soto, he lost to him. Victor Postal. But he said, I was young when I fought those guys. I'm more experienced, more mature for fights of this magnitude. Almost slipped there, and that's what happens sometimes when you get an orthodox fighter and a lefty. The feet get tangled. Final seconds of round 1. And a good round for Vasquez.
A very disciplined round from Sammy Vasquez. A nice, never forgetting the fundamentals such as the jab right there. A nice sharp jab. And also meeting Lopez with a nice straight left hand counter off of Lopez's own jab. And that's how you keep a guy guessing.
Sammy Vasquez started boxing at the age of 9. He said he did it because he was being bullied at school. Had over 200 amateur fights. Just 25 losses. Fought in the National Golden Gloves. Of course, the 2 tours of duty over in Iraq. You know, in the amateurs, he fought Errol Spence Jr., Amir Imam, guys who are now rising stars in that welterweight. 140, 147. And he said, listen, I need to be right there with those guys.
And as he rises up the ranks, he's clearly showing that he belongs to be mentioned among those guys. Clearly one of the better welterweight prospects / contenders on the rise in this weight class. As again, we see Lopez, not for lack of trying, he keeps coming out, has that tight, tense body language where he's just dying to throw his power and mean something, but Vasquez doing a good job, nice and relaxed of controlling it. Little touches mixed with sharp shots, mixed with some harder shots, mixed with body shots, mixed with feints, and that is the variation you need to be the matador against the guy who wants to be the bull, like does Lopez.
Lopez, all of his fights have been in Mexico except for one when he fought Victor Postol. He fought that one in the Ukraine. This is, of course, his first fight here in the States. Said this is just the second time he's fought a southpaw.
No punch.
Yeah, this is not just any southpaw. Vasquez is a very tricky, crafty southpaw that will give you different looks and confuse you a little bit. There's a nice catch and shoot.
Oh, there's a left hand. Vasquez catches him with. And a short right hook. Look at the exchange here.
And that's the exciting thing about Vasquez. He's not scared to mix it up and then trade with you.
He got caught, Vasquez, with a left hook. Oh, the crowd loves it.
See, even at his best, you see a guy who's used to fighting on the outside, who will keep matters on the outside. Vasquez likes to be on the outside, but it's not really fully on the outside distance. He's about that middle range. So he keeps things interesting because he can always punch from there, he can always get hit from there. Now, he does a good job of not getting hit, but at the same time, it's a weird feeling for the opponent to be that close but not be able to have control or hit the guy whenever he wants to.
"30 seconds here in round two."
Nice feint by Vasquez and then off the jab.
Here's another left hand by Vasquez.
Lopez trying to answer. Vasquez has his measurements down real packed right now. Very crafty.
Right hand by Lopez. Vasquez counters.
You see some of the replay there. Lopez is coming with his own hook, but Vasquez brought his left hand from the back of the stance and rocked him with that shot. There's another exchange, a little headbutt there by Lopez, and then Vasquez answers him with a nice straight left hand, short left hand.
Well, here's a look at some of the upcoming shows. PBC, including next Tuesday. Their boxing champions returns. You'll see the undefeated Julian Williams.
My microphone somewhere down here.
Deontay Wilder, you'll see him the 26th of September.
See Fernando Guerrero and Caleb Cruz. Nicely evenly matched up fight there on bounce.
Andrew Fonfara as well. Here's a look at the power punches. Vasquez already at 50%.
See Lopez trying to get cut that range. And Lopez would probably be better off to use some feints in there himself because as close as he is, Vasquez takes away the distance just enough to where he keeps him missing. Maybe if Lopez would feint his way in, they told Lopez in the corner maybe stay low and try to use the right hand, but staying low will only slow your legs down. The problem with staying low is it only works when you're really close. And Vasquez does a good job of taking away that distance once Lopez comes into attack. So maybe coming in behind the feint first, or at least the jab.
And he just got caught with a left hook. And the way he's coming low, he's dipping. You may get caught with a left uppercut as well.
Yeah, and there he goes. He got caught with a check right hook there. Okay, the thing about staying low is you got to already be close to stay low. If you're low on the outside, you're going to be a sitting duck.
Under 2 minutes. In round three, and he gets dropped. But he says, no, it's a slip.
I like that call, punch landed. But you know what, when a body shot knockdown happens, you can tell usually the guy grimacing in pain. That was more of a slip. You see Vasquez circling over to his right after throwing his own punches, and that's what a southpaw will usually try to do, is keep moving to his right, away from the right hand of the right-hander.
Left hook as he turns. That one kind of stumbled Lopez.
Vasquez very, very crafty in there, and he has a lot of mental maturity. He knows exactly where he's in the ring at all times. Just little steps, little feints, little jukes and jives.
Yeah, Lopez trying to go to the body of Vasquez.
Vasquez hits him with a left hand and gets out. And if you're into the precise scientific boxer, I mean, Vasquez is just one of those guys, a pleasure to watch, because he does not only the basic things, but he does the little fundamental things that maybe you wouldn't catch a normal boxer doing that really can be effective. You can tell he's thinking in there at all times.
Caught him with a right hand, then a left hook.
Yeah, he changes the angles and he punches off the change of angle too.
Tape coming from the glove of Lopez.
And Lopez is confused. You see Lopez now, before he had that body language where he's dying to throw, now Lopez is just kind of sitting on the outside and he's like, has this confused look on his face. Like, where am I going? Because now Vasquez is starting to change the angle more. He's starting to circle. He's figured something out this round in that work and then circling over to the right. Nice body shot by Vasquez.
Pops him with a right jab.
And again, that's because Lopez has got low too early. He got low too early and he was just sitting duck on the outside. See some action from that round. You see Vasquez taking away the distance, and then as he goes backwards, countering with the left hand. Nice. There he goes back again. You'll see from a different angle. You see something different here. And then a short little right uppercut, but he just used it to change the angle. He wasn't even really trying to land it. And then changes the angle and comes in with his left hand after.
Second combination is going to be here. He's all over here, so it's going to be good.
Unofficial score, Marcos Villegas has it up 3-0 there for basically Vasquez. Let's go to the third member of our broadcast team. Here's Claudia Trejos.
Thank you, because I don't know if you've noticed at 215, that's actually the memory of his friend, his best friend. They have the same birthday, so he decided to put that on him and he carried those numbers with him.
Yeah, you can see that tat on the middle back there of Vasquez. Lopez now firing away hooks.
So Lopez crossing his feet as he comes forward. I mean, he doesn't know how to cut the distance anymore. He himself is running out of ideas.
So let me ask you this then: if you're in the corner of Lopez, what would you tell him?
And I'm saying use those feints, keep it basic, come behind your jab, come behind the feints too, because he's trying to close the distance and land the punch all at the same time. And you're gonna have to, there's a little feint there, but then he didn't react off it, so you're gonna use the feint and then react off that feint, or don't throw everything so hard. Maybe throw a soft punch first, see the reaction you get, and then come behind that with a hard punch once you get a reaction.
Yeah, he just ate a left hand.
Yeah, nice little short shots, keeping it sharp. Also, as soon as Vasquez jabs, or he throws a shot with his right hand, he's circling over to the right. You gotta anticipate that already, Step over to your left as Vasquez is throwing, and maybe you can cut off his movement and meet him with a shot, because then you're gonna meet him where he's gonna be. Once he goes there, you can start firing right there, because he's gonna meet you there.
Lopez has got Vasquez against the ropes. He's landed some body shots here.
And that's the thing, Vasquez is too crafty. He's smothering most of this work.
There's a short uppercut by both guys.
And you see Vasquez knows how to create the distance when it's time for him to throw. Therefore, he's got the more effective offense even on the inside.
Look at that. Another left hook by Vasquez.
He'll take away the space from you even at close range, and then he'll create a little subtle space in there to throw his own offense when he wants to. Again, those little subtle things make him...
Another left hand. Crowd reacts. Combination. He's got Lopez on the rocked right hand.
There's a little uppercut. Oh, nice.
This is teeing off is Sammy Vasquez.
And that forced Lopez to hold. He got hit with 3 hooks in a row there. Vasquez starting to take control of this fight. Not that he wasn't before, but he's starting to physically take control of it now, not just tactically. Lopez seems to be needing a break on the inside. More hooks.
Big hooks by Vasquez here in the 4th round. It's become target practice. Another left hand.
And that's the good thing about Vasquez. He's not, even if he can load up and hit you, he doesn't forget to also take away the power and mix the little sharp shots in there.
Big round for Sammy Vasquez.
And that's how you create different speeds that which you're punching, different power at which you're throwing those punches. Variation is the key. And there's the combination. There's a right hooks and left uppercut combination. I mean, he just kept repeating it until he picked up Lopez's head, and then Lopez kind of backed off. Even he ran out of ideas. And there's the 3 hooks in a row that we were talking about, and the 3rd one finally got Lopez to hold.
There's the power punches. Vasquez over 50%. You know you're doing work when you're over at 50%.
Yeah, I mean, Lopez can't get out of the way of some of these shots, and not because he's just that bad. I mean, he's not great, but he's also not a bad fighter. It's just the variation is so tricky from Vasquez that it's throwing Lopez for a loop, you know, and he doesn't know what's coming. So if you can't anticipate what's coming, part of the defense is anticipation. You just can't anticipate how Vasquez is coming. There's a nice short right hook there on a counter.
Here's another left hand, right by Vasquez. Left to the body, short right hook. Look at the exchange. Oh my goodness, he just dropped Lopez.
And that was punching shorter on the inside than was Lopez, who was punching wider. The fight's on. I don't know what Vasquez is doing. The fight's on. That count didn't reach 10.
I think Sammy thought it was over.
Yeah. I think Lopez got mad about that.
Let's see if he can close. And he does.
And
That's it.
Stoppage right there. Good stoppage. Lopez tried, but Vasquez too good. And the exciting thing about Sammy Vasquez is he's got the skills, but he's not afraid to mix it up in there. So it makes him exciting. A skilled fighter who can still be exciting. That is a rarity in boxing sometimes. Sometimes guys got so much skills that they choose not to be exciting. Vasquez not scared to mix it up when he has to. Keeps the punches nice and short and takes you out when it needs to.
Look at this crowd.
Just the different looks at these are first knockdown. Again, you see Lopez trying, but Vasquez, look how much shorter his punches are. Lopez is trying, but his punches are all wide. So Vasquez is able to punch inside of him. Now, don't get me wrong, it looks easy right there, but it's not as easy because when you got a guy throwing at you, even if he's throwing wide, you still can be susceptible to his wide punches and something hitting you. So it takes a certain amount of guts to stay in there when you know the guy may want to throw and keep your punches shorter inside of his. Granted, you're going to beat him to the shot, but if you have one error, you may get hit yourself. So keep in mind the difficulty of doing that, what Vasquez did. And there, the other knockdown, you see Vasquez actually stepping back. You give it to him and you take it away, is what we say, used to say in Gleason's gym. My man Leon Taylor, the trainer, used to say, have that saying all the time. Give it to him and take it away. Basically, give him the target, he step back, you take it away and meet him with the counters.
When we come back, we'll get the official time of this stoppage. You're watching the PBC on FS1. Let's take a look at what ended this fight, Paulie.
And you see the combination again, the give it to him, take it away, as Vasquez steps back and meets Lopez with the punches while Lopez is facing forward. Walked him into the uppercut as well as the rest of the arsenal.
Time for our CompuBox stats. It's brought to you by Applebee's, the original all-in burgers. And oh my goodness, it was target practice for Sammy Vasquez. Nearly 50% of his punches landed. Let's get the official time of this stoppage. Here's Ray Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 1 minute 8 seconds of the 5th round. Referee in charge, Gary Rosado, stops the bout for your winner by technical knockout and still undefeated, Sergeant Sammy the Who Can Mexican Vasquez Jr.